Alright, so today we're going to be doing the budget decks updated for 2022. Last time I showed you guys budget decks for plant decks. It was really popular and you guys really wanted to see it. So now I'm going to update them for 2022, and this time we're going to include all the heroes in the game. And if you want to look at it for each specific hero, the timestamp should be in the description or comments below, so you can check it out and then hop to the hero you want to look at, and then you can see what deck that I will suggest for that one specific hero if you want to make a budget deck for that hero. Okay, so let's clarify what is a budget deck in my opinion first. A budget deck is usually something I classify as something that costs less than 10,000 sparks. So these are going to be pretty easy to craft if you just spark some of your useless cards, which I'll make a video in the future about what cards you need to scrap and craft and keep, or just, leave alone at the time being, just to know what cards you can scrap for your extra sparks to make better cards. And some cards are outright useless, like Sizzle or like Petamorphosis. Like, those cards are just completely useless and never gonna see any use in any deck. So you can just freely scrap those cards. So that'll be a future video, but I'll be covering the budget decks for the 10 heroes that you can get in game right now. For 2022, and I'm going to suggest the budget decks, and some of them I'm going to suggest even the max version of them that you can easily move over towards and build towards that version if possible. So we're going to be talking about the starter heroes first. You actually get Green Shadow by default, so I'm going to definitely play that deck, but I'm not going to suggest Green Shadow as a hero to build a deck for in the long run, because Green Shadow has very, very poor deck options, and usually her deck options are her cards are very, expensive, usually legendaries, like Lime Pleurodon, even super rares or event cards like Click Peas or Black Eyed Peas, which are they tend to be better cards for Green Shadow, which you can't really use because they're pretty expensive. And her budget decks are not that great. But some of the other heroes have way better budget decks, like Rose and Captain Combustible. So I'll suggest you to make those instead if you have them. But Rose and Captain Combustible are not starter heroes. So yeah, the 5 starter heroes are Green Shadow, Solar Flare, Wall Knight, Chompzilla, and Spudow. So I'm gonna be playing decks with all 5 of these heroes, and I'll be showing decks for all 5 other heroes as well. So let's get right into Green Shadow. Yep. Alright, so the first deck is going to be a budget tempo deck. A tempo deck is basically a deck you want to, get more stats from your opponent on the board as possible and overwhelm your opponent through the use of stats. And that's going to be basically it. It's not going to be that complex to play. You're basically wanting to gain momentum on the board faster than your opponent by gaining more stats, and that's the basic idea, and it'll be better to explain it if we just get right into the game. And yeah. So the overall deck idea, you want to just, play something on turn 1, play something on turn 2, play something on turn 3, pile up the pressure against your opponent, and then finish them off with a plant food or a spring bean, and or just a whip vine to move something out of the way, or using a tricorn to break open into another lane. So yeah, so how you want to start to redraw your starting cards, you want to mulligan away the more expensive cards, because they're not going to be usable until later. The 1-cost cards and 2-cost cards are more flexible, so we're going to be we're going to try to look for those. So we're going to try to get rid of this, try to look for something to play on turn 2 right here. That's just fine. And now we've got a little bit of a curve. We have something to play on turn 1, something to play on turn 2. So yeah. So right here, opponent just passes turn 1. I'm going to play this on height to play on Trapper Territory, which does 1 damage to a plant if that plant is on the ground, because environments can only be played on the ground. And here's a first mistake that our opponent already made, is that you do not want to play your dry 1/1s to fate. That's a bad idea. Doing 1 damage to your opponent non-bullseye is actually worse for you in this game, and you don't actually want to do 1 damage to your opponent in PvZ Heroes, because it gives them block charge, as you can see from these little, charges here. And I'm actually gonna get more, I'm actually gonna get more value from the fact that you just hit me. So now so now because of these backup dancers, I just get 5 damage to the face. And basically he's down to 9 health already because of these backup dancers just giving me the block charge. Very important thing that you do not do that in your games. So opponent just passes here. Usually has Boogaloo going for a bungee plumber, so I'm going to protect this with Ambiguous. So this basically guarantees us to do like a couple of damage to face, which is very nice. We'll stack up the damage right here as well by doing this. And we'll get some tempo on the board by just killing this right here. So what this does is open up a lane for us to do Sky Shooter next turn in case we top deck it, or just do Sweeping here because then we can pull something from here. And there's the Trapper territory we actually played around on turn 1, and there's the Bungee Plumber we actually played around. Perfectly played right there. Beautiful. And we actually get the 5 damage to face. Now he's down to 4 health. And he actually rolled 4 ones in a row, which is very unlucky. There's a plant food that just instantly wins us the game if he doesn't front this. And there you go. GG's well played. Game 1, easy win. There you go. That's how you do it in PvZ Heroes. So yeah, fairly standard way to just, play around cards that you think your opponent might have in their hand by just looking at what their options are from their classes, and that's how you win. Next deck, we're going to be talking about Solar Flare. Solar Flare is actually one of the heroes you can choose at the start of the game, and in case you didn't choose her, then you chose Spudow, which is unfortunate, but in case you chose Spudow, Spudow is not a very good hero for budget, but Solar Flare is actually a really good hero on budget because she has this very powerful aggro deck that works cheaply. So an aggro deck is trying to do as much damage to your opponent's face as possible in the fastest possible time and trying to finish them off before they can gain their, big minions on the board and basically just win the game by doing a ton of damage early on and not stalling until late game. So we're gonna actually run Haunted Pumpkin, which is really important in this deck. It is an event card, so you have to craft it for 1000 sparks. If you don't have it, you can substitute it in for Poison Mushroom. But in my opinion, I think that the Haunted Pumpkin is a lot better. Not in my opinion, it is a lot better. It's a 1 cost 4/2, which is a lot of damage on turn 1, and it conjures your opponent a monster, but that monster is not going to matter if they can't use it against you. So that's why it's good in an aggro deck, is because you're winning before they can even play that monster card on the board to go against you. So yeah, we're going to be running standard Morning Glory, which is actually pretty nice because it's a 1 cost 2/2, which is good stats, and after turn 6, then it actually becomes a free, which is actually really good for a 1 cost card. Apple Saucer also gains Strike Through, and it has free attack rating on turn 2, which is a lot as well. And having Strike Free means that it can hit the zombie here and also the zombie hero, so it guarantees that if this stays alive, then this is going to go hit your opponent's face, which is very nice for an aggro deck because you want to finish them off early, and that enables us to guarantee that damage to face. Of course, you have Berry Blast, very, very powerful card. Just do free damage, which can open up the lane, go to face as well to finish off your opponent. Wild Berry, also very nice because it does 4 damage and moves to a random lane, so you have to watch out for that. So you have to play it in the lane where there already is a zombie to make sure that this goes face. So we can also have Poison Ivy, which is very nice. Anti-Hero 4, it means that it gets 4 attack when there's no zombie there. So this actually does 5 damage, and it's free health. Free health meaning that it's actually pretty hard to remove because the opponent needs a Lightning Bolt or Raft to remove it, and they can't just use a Bungee Plumber, so which is pretty nice. Zabricot also has the same stats as Haunted Pumpkin, but it still actually works on Freak. So yeah. Bloomerang, also very nice because it has Strike Through, so it hits your opponent's face guaranteed. Elderberry, definitely top tier. You want to evolve this on top of another plant because this gains free attack and it has Strike Through, so it becomes a 5/4 Strike Through. So if your opponent happens to front one of your minions, like say you play your Poison Ivy on turn 3, next turn they front it with a minion, then you can evolve Elderberry on top of the Poison Ivy and make your Elderberry have 5 attack, and that 5 attack is Strike Through, so it does the damage to your opponent's face. And for the finisher, we have a Power Flower, which is high, very nice amount of health, 5 health, and free Strike Through damage. Again, Strike Through is very nice because it guarantees hitting your opponent's face. What if you want to make this deck even better? So I'm not going to suggest Green Shadow, but I'm going to suggest Solar Flare to build towards this deck. So if you're going to plan to play this game for a long time, then I suggest you to build towards this deck, which is the max version of Aggro Solar Flare. So we're actually going to be using Blooming Heart, which actually gets attack when it does damage, so it gains even more attack over time, which forces the opponent into fronted, and that's pretty nice because it does more damage. Catch-up Mechanic is a very, very good card in the Solar class because it very easily gains a lot of health and attack, because it just gains 1 health and attack for each other zombie, and usually they're going to have at least 2 zombies on the board, otherwise you're going to lose to your aggression as well. We're running Astrocado, which is the better version of Power Flower because it's even more damage right through. So running the Bloomerangs, the Elderberries, the Saprocots, and all of these still the same. So very easy deck to just achieve in the long run if you want to build towards it. Build towards a better version of the budget aggro deck. But let's get right into a game with the budget aggro Solar Flare deck. So we're going to go against a Smash here, which is actually a pretty nice matchup because the Smash does not have things that just do direct damage, which is the weakness of this deck. So yeah, let's go. So same idea as what we're going to do again, as the first game, as the Green Shadow, is that you really just want to just look for something to play on turn 1, something to play on turn 2, and just, follow that up with some amount of pressure. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we can get 1-drop right here. Unfortunately, we could... Oh, and man, I just conceded. Alright, we're cutting that out of the video. Alright, we're actually gonna go with Infinity, which is not great for us because Infinity actually has a lot of little damaging tricks like Monkey Plumber, which can interrupt our aggro cards very easily, but we're still gonna try right here. So again, same idea as the Green Shadow deck. We're gonna try to get a 1-drop, get a 2-drop, get a 3-drop, get a follow up that pressure every turn. So right here, very nice curve right here. I like the Buried Blast as well, just to open up a lane if needed to, or if they play a really dangerous threat. So very, very nice right here. Again, do not play your mushrooms on turn 1. This is also a 1-on-1 attack, which is very, very bad because it charges your opponent block meter, and that actually gives them more value. And doing 1 damage non-bullseye in PvZ Heroes is a bad idea. So Infinity Clones on turn 1 right here, pretty rough for us to deal with as Aggro Solar Flare. He's going to get some clones right here, which actually means that our, on the ground, which means actually our More Spore, which summons 2 button mushrooms in random lanes, might actually land in lanes 2 and 4, helping us deal with these Infinity Clones. But that's only a 1 in 3, which means it's not that reliable. But, while Barry Golden Face is also just a 1 in 2, which is not that reliable. Right now, we're actually ahead on the board because he has less block charge and we have more block charge. So yeah. I think this is just an excellent choice right here because we don't really have anything to do. If he's landing in lane 2 and 4, it would be the best case scenario. We actually counter him right away. Swashbuckler not going to do much right here, actually. We can just Berry Blast it. We also do more damage than him as well. We're actually doing 4 more damage to him. He's only doing 2 to us, so we're actually ahead on the board again. After that very nice little More Spore right here. Alright, so now we have Poison Ivy, which is actually, it throws a little bit of curveball because we can actually use this Poison Ivy somewhere here, or we can just alternatively just kill the Swashbuckler right here. This is likely to be a Flame Phase. I think this is pretty likely a Flame Phase. Can we race Pirates here is the real question. And so, for Solar Flare's powers, we have Scorched Earth, we have Weed Whack, we have Sunburn. I think it's just safe to go for this right here. Unless it's Lion Dancing Zombie, I think this should be fine. This should be fine. Damn, okay, so it was Lion Dancing Zombie, which was a blunder for us because then he gets to front our Poison Ivy here, and managed to get a nice trade right here and do free damage to our face, which is unfortunate, definitely. But basically got to deal with that. We actually blocked the Swashbuckler, which is really, really nice. We will save this because we're just going to Berry Blast this next turn anyway, so yeah. So that's kind of the tricky part about Gravestones, is that you don't really know what your opponent is going to be playing in there, right? Like, the difference between a Lion Dancing Zombie and a Flame Phase isn't massive, because that just meant you missed out on possibly like 5 damage to face. So Bomb Bimp, okay, he's going aggro as well. He's trying to be aggro as well. So so he can actually get us down to 2 health here if he gets Brute Strength, which would actually be really scary because that means he's a Bungee Plumber away from winning, but looks like he doesn't have it, which means we are now in good shape because we're just 1 hit away from victory here by using any of these cards. And this is looking nice. He just passed right here somehow. Infinity can't summon in minions because he already used clones, so I'm pretty sure this is better than the Zapricot. It's more health. It's more resistance because it got more health. And this dies to Bungee Plumber. I think we're fine. I think we win right here. Unless this is like Chickening and Bungee Plumber. Oh, no way, bro. No way. Chickening Bungee? Nah, okay, we got him. There you go. There's the win with the Solar Flare. That's how it's done. Just do more damage to your opponent, win faster than them, and that's gonna be it for the Solar Flare. Let's go move on to Wall Knight, which is actually another aggro deck, but we're going to be twisting this in another direction. Is actually going to be using the idea of Pepper in the little buddy and using the heal elements from the Solar class in this deck instead of just using the Haunted Pumpkins. So in case you you chose Spudow, then you have a choice between Wall Knight and Chompzilla. So you're probably gonna have either Wall Knight or Chompzilla to work with. And Spudow is a hero that I do not recommend using because he's not good on budget. So yeah, so the basic idea is also the same. We're going to try to do more damage to our opponent's face as possible, but because we have Pepper MD, what it does is that it gains 2/2 when a plant or your hero is healed. What little buddy does is it's a 0-cost plant that heals your hero 2. So if you manage to take damage on turn 1 against your opponent's minion on turn 1, then that means that you can do a Pepper MD plus a little buddy on turn 2, which makes a 4/4, which is a lot of stats for your opponent to deal with, and really threatening, which is actually really, really nice. So yeah, we're also using Catch-Up Mechanic because this also actually heals us for 2. Heals us for 1 for every zombie on the board. We're also using Elderberry and Power Flower, as already previously explained. We're actually going to be using Planter because actually have a lot of stats. Free cost, free is just fine in Civil Environment that gets 1/1 and Bullseye, which is actually really nice with Spike Sector because we can play a Spike Sector and then play this into there. Then it gives himself 4/4 Bullseye, which is actually a lot of damage, similar to like a Zapricot doing 4 damage, but just requires an environment, and the environment is actually pretty nice because Spike Sector does 2 damage to a zombie before combat, meaning that it opens up the lane if a zombie only has 2 health, and then allows your minion inside of the environment to go face. Also synergizes with our Cosmos, which actually gets 1/1 after you play an environment. So we can actually just play this on turn 1, play this on turn 2, open up the lane in front of the Cosmos, do free damage to face, which is actually pretty nice as well. Photosynthesizer is just very overall nice card to just add some health to your card and actually conjure another card to use in the future if you need that. Of course, you're still using Apple Saucer and Morning Glory, as already previously explained with the budget aggro Solar Flare, so I'm not going to explain them again. Now, we're going to be talking about the max version of the Wall Knight deck. We're going to be using the maxed Heal Grow, which is actually, you know, a very aggressive deck. So some people might say like that Heal Grow, like Heal Aggro is Heal is anti-synergetic with aggro, but it can be synergetic as well because if you're ignoring your opponent on turn 1, then you can get hit by their minion, and then you can heal as well. So some people might say it's anti-synergetic. I say it's synergetic. So yeah, we have Haunted Pumpkin again, a lot of damage on turn 1. We're actually running Galactic Cactus from the Guardian class because it has 2 attack, but Bullseye is actually really good because it doesn't charge your opponent's block meter. If and honestly, the block meter is a very important element in PvZ Heroes, and doing like 2 damage bullseye can sometimes just even be better than just doing 3 damage non-bullseye, because it allows your other things without bullseye to hit more. And if you think about it, because if your free attack hits your opponent, they're going to get more block meter charge. If that block meter charges up, that means your other minions can get blocked, and if you run bullseye, then your other minions are less likely to be blocked. So it's actually beneficial to run bullseye cards in aggro decks. We're also running Juggernaut, which is solid 2/2 bullseye again, but this has armored, which is actually pretty nice because then this like gets protected from 1 damage and can't get hurt by 1 damage. Running Triceratops, absolutely broken card. Just gains 1/1 for every time you draw a card. Gains a lot of stats really quickly, which is really nice. Still using catch-up mechanic. We're using actually Blockbusters to remove Graves. If you evolve this on top of any card, then you actually just destroy Graves here next door, which is actually really nice. Then we also have Elderberry Ashikato, as we already previously explained. We're actually running Whack and Zombie as well to counter some things like Toxic Waste Sim, Teleportation Zombie. Those cards are really threatening to us because we can't answer them otherwise. So yeah, very nice to have just a little bit of removal in your deck, just to keep the zombies in check. So let's get right into the game with the budget heal aggro Wall Knight right here, and let's go. And we're gonna go against Neptuna, which is not particularly the greatest matchup, but it's like an okay matchup for us for using Heal Grow. Aggro Solar Flare would have been a really good matchup against Neptuna, because Neptuna doesn't have anything to do with like these small squishy minions that do a lot of damage, because he only has Rolling Stone as removal, which is attack based removal because it removes things with 2 or less attack. So we have something on turn. So again, same idea again. We're trying to look for something on turn 1, look for something on turn 2, and trying to build a curve. Not necessarily getting a thing for turn 2 here, so hopefully we can draw that on turn 2. So looks like it's gonna be sports. It's just actually gonna be a little bit threatening if we just can't get a really good turn 2 play here, like an Apple Saucer, or just a Spike Resector. And the Spike Resector would honestly be pretty nice right here, just to remove this Arm Wrestler. Nope, did not get it. So not gonna be nice here because we didn't actually play on curve. Playing on curve is pretty important because that means that you're utilizing most of your sun, but do not listen to the tutorial. The tutorial misleads you to thinking that you have to use every single sun every single turn. That's not what you want to do. What you want to actually do is to utilize most of your sun and keep the cards that are actually going to get more value in the long run. Geyser, for example, I could have played it there, but it heals me for 4, which I'm actually only at 18 health last turn, which means that I'm not actually getting the full value of the Geyser if I played the last turn. So yeah, gonna use this in a later turn if I can heal with my plants as well. That'll be nice, right? So he's gonna use a Smoke Bomber here just to find my planter, which I'm okay. I'm gonna go with. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit dangerous now, because now that's like a 3-2 on the board, which is actually more damage than us. But thankfully we did roll a 1, so meaning our Elderberry is actually guaranteed to hit face this turn now. Unless it's gonna be a Pogo. Man, this looks like such a Pogo. Oh man, this could be a Pogo or a Sumo. Man, like, we have to think about this. Like, is this rank 11 going to have Pogo in their deck? And we already know he's probably running sports. Oh man, I really wish I could go for this right here. But I mean, we should still go for the damage. We can still go for the damage. Unless it's... Oh, wait. Oh, this actually might be Smelly Zombie. I should play this behind. No, he actually conjured a random, like, Tomb Raider. Damn, now we're in really good shape because now this is on the board. Damn, let's go. We ended up making the perfect play right there. Let's go. Hit their face for 5. Very, very nice. So now we're doing more damage to our opponent, which is the definition of aggro, what we want to do as an aggro deck, which is very, very nice. And Team Mascot ain't gonna do anything there. Ain't gonna do anything. Right here, we can just go for In fact, I'm just gonna heal my Elderberry. Look at this. Now, because I didn't play this Geyser in turn 2, I can actually heal back up my Elderberry, making this stay alive for next turn, possibly just winning us the game. Let's go. We can actually also block the Arm Wrestler and then just move this with a bubble up to lane 3 and do 5 more damage, actually, which is actually really nice. Oh, let's see if we can get this, huh? So let's see what he blocks and gets right here. Octopult in lane 1. Horrible misplay because that only blocks 2 damage next turn. He should have probably did it in front of the Apple Saucer at least. Look at this bubble value. Let's go. Easy bubble up. Get that 5 damage in right there. He's down to 1 health. This is basically GG's right here. We have strike free minions in 3 lanes. We have strike free minions in 2 lanes right here. So this is gonna be game over for this man unless he can somehow remove both of my strike free minions this turn. And this is the game over. And there you go. He couldn't even deal with the 1 Elderberry, so we win the game right there. Perfectly played. Let's go. Next, let's move on to Chompzilla, which is also another budget heal aggro deck with the same idea as the last Ball Knight deck. We're also doing heal aggro. So again, we're using Pepper MD with the little buddy and the ketchup mechanic with the little Apple Saucer and the Morning Glory, but this time I'm going to be using Bok Choy because this is a better 1-cost card than Cosmos because you're not going to be running environments in this deck because Chompzilla doesn't really have really good environments. So I'm going to be doing Bok Choy instead, which actually does free damage on turn 1, which is a lot more damage than Cosmos on turn 1, so that's nice. We're going to be running 5P Shooter as well because this does free damage on turn 2, which is also really nice. Sweet Pea just pull things out of lanes. Catch mechanic, of course, again. So this time with Chompzilla, we're actually going to be running a little cool combo, which is Magnifying Grass plus Plant Food, which is actually really nice because this gains 1 attack for every single you made this turn. And if you just use this with Plant Food on turn 7, that just does like 8 damage to face immediately, which is really nice. Of course, we're using Elderberry and the Power Flower again. And of course, we showed the last time already. Elderberry absolutely dominated the last game. So yeah, let's just get right into the games. Actually, no, we're going to be showing you the max version of this deck, which is not actually an aggro deck, but I'm going to suggest you to use this deck instead if you want to make a Chompzilla deck, which I'm not going to suggest that because Chompzilla doesn't really have a really good deck. This is not really particularly a good deck, but this is an Onion Rings deck, and I'll actually probably link Fry's video on this deck in like the description or comment. I'm not going to explain this as much. It's an Onion Rings deck, which is actually a lot more complex than an aggro deck. So yeah. So we're just going to go right in with this budget heal aggro deck. Hopefully we dominate just like last time with Wall Knight. And yeah, let's get right into the game. Going against Super Brains, which is actually a fantastic matchup for us. Because Super Brains has absolutely no removal at all. So yeah, very nice. So we're going to be, again, same idea, again. We're trying to look for something to play on turn 1, something to play on turn 2, something on turn 3, so on, so on, so on. Try to look for turn 2 right here. Did not get my turn 2 play again, unfortunately, but we can also draw cards as Chompzilla. And hopefully look for like a Pepper MD into like a little buddy or something like this. So now the question is, do I want to front this on turn 1 or do I want to just draw? So I actually probably wanted to draw here because then I can use my ketchup mechanic and heal for more and get more stats on the ketchup mechanic later. Alright, I'll do this. So I actually want to keep this alive a little bit because I actually want to get some ketchup mechanic value if possible. But that's because we only have ketchup mechanic in hand. Unfortunately, did not get our good turn. Did not get our plays here. Paparazzi. So I'm just gonna front. Yeah, I'm gonna front. Gonna you. And then next turn, can catch a mechanic here. Smoke bomb is fine. Smoke bomb is completely fine, and he just paparazzi pass. So we just completely upgraded that paparazzi very easily. So we have this little buddy here, which is actually pretty nice of our Elderberry. We don't have a good play here because he's not playing minions here for some reason. I suppose our only good play right here is to front this anyways. We'll just use our little buddy plus Elderberry next turn and try to dominate with that instead. He fronts a Morning Glory with a smelly zombie? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Because Because this is 2 damage, and this is also 2 damage, but this is better than my card, so he should have went face with that. I'm pretty sure. Just to clog a lane instead of just fencing this for some reason. I'm not sure about that, Playman. Unfortunately, you roll a double freeze, which means this might be a little bit dicey for my Elderberry here. Do I think there's another Smelly Zombie? Probably is. Probably is another Smelly Zombie. Just gonna do this here then. Yeah, gonna do Little Buddy, Elderberry again. Evolve this on top of the Little Buddy. Yeah, another Smelly Zombie. Let's see if he has Chop or Super Brain Sig right here. Nope. Alright, so now we're gonna hit him right here. Unfortunately, California rolled right here. And he does get the Super Brain Sig, which is gonna be pretty hard for us because that's gonna actually kill the Elderberry immediately. Because it's deadly. So yeah, now we're not in that great of a shape, but I think we're still going to be fine because we actually just have we have a lot of heal in our hand right here. He ends up passing, which is interesting. Gonna go for this then. Losing the basic card Super Brains. Totally not because of California roll. Man. Man, California roll definitely screwed us up, man. And he passes turn 5, which is huge. Now we just get this free 5 on the board, which is so nice. So freaking nice. Just got this big card on the board. Really looking good here now. I'm pretty sure. He ends up doing Drum Major, which is like very poor play here. In fact, I'm probably gonna Little Buddy and trying to get a good trade here. Okay, so probably gonna do this first. I'm gonna do Catch a Mechanic here. Catch a Mechanic here. Gonna Scorch to keep this alive. Keep the Catch a Mechanic alive, of course. And then this and Lean 1. And then possibly protect it with Little Buddy. But I want to yeah, protect this of... No. We want something else to play next turn. No. We don't protect it. We don't protect it. We just let it go. We just let it go. It's fine to let it go. Because then we can play Morning Glory next turn. Okay, so yeah, spent a Pharaohs there. It ends up not being a good Scorch at all because he ends up killing it anyways. Okay, so we're doing 6 more damage to the face right here. Roll double once, which is fantastic for us. Definitely. Bonk choice, not helping us. We're getting way too many 1-drops right here. Which is not good. Because we really want to be efficiently spending here. He actually commits here. This is a commit play. So I'm actually just going to do this. Take advantage of the fact he committed. Protect this, definitely, because it's a very important card to keep alive right now. This is actually going to heal us for 2 again next turn as well. So we're afford to take this damage here. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so we got to draw cards. So the last card in his hand. So does he have Super Stench or... Does he have Stench? Or does he have... What's the other power? He might have Super Stench or... Huh. Or Chop. No, he doesn't have Chop. No. He has Super Stench in hand right now. No, he has Stench in hand right now. We just do this. And then pray we get like... Pray we block and get Chompzilla Sig and kill this. Because Chompzilla's signature. Oh! So now we have 50-50 % chance to just straight up winning. Oh no, but this as well. Forgot about that. Yes. Okay, so depends on what he gets from Gondola right here. Gondola spawns a minion when it hits phase. Just don't get Zombot. GG's, and we win the game. Oh, wait, no! Oh no, because he did a bonus attack here, of course. Duh. Of course we don't win. Oh no, we actually needed to go in 4 to win. Wait, whoops. I thought we won the game, but we actually didn't yet because he did a bonus attack. Forgot about that. Oops. Okay, he does a drum major. We'll do this. Try to get something on the board right here. I need to open up a lane. Just need a lane right here. I need my strike fruits. I have so many strike fruit cards in this deck as well. We need a plant food, like a plant food, a strike fruit card. We have so many things that can just win the game straight up. There's the strike fruit card we needed. In case he's stupid and didn't play like Chop, I don't know. What now? Do we just have to play around him? Like, ooh. So now the question is. Okay. Okay, so he has Super Stand, right? So we do this. We just win. Unless, oh no, we want to do this. Play around Lurch. Yeah, play around Lurch for lunch. We're gonna play this here. Play around Lurch for lunch, and play around like I don't know, I don't know what, like Stench and Lurch and like we don't have anything as that, right? Hold on a sec. Yes, and we win the game. Got him with the Elderberry again. Elderberry wins the game once again. Very, very nice. Gotta love Elderberry. Very, very good card. Let's go. And we win the game with this card again, man. Spudow, which is actually a deck I'm not going to recommend you to use because it's not actually great. And Spudow is really, really bad as a hero overall anyways, and not good on budget as well. But we're basically going to be relying on Mushroom synergy here with the Buff Shroom and Shroom for 2s and the Puff Shrooms here and the Poison Mushrooms. Basically, what we want to do, Puff Shroom, 0 cost 1/1 team up. So very nice because you can just add this in any lane, do 1 more damage. Shroom for 2, it makes 2 minions in 1 lane, which means your Buff Shroom is double buffing this card. So if you're having 2 1/1s on the board with the Shroom for 2, then you get 2 2/2s on the board if you play Buff Shroom on turn 2 after you play this on turn 1. Poison Mushroom, so this has anti-hero 2, which is pretty nice because then it does 3 damage to your opponent's face. But usually the problem is that your opponent's gonna front your Poison Mushroom and with anything with 2 health, and that's gonna uptrade it because this only has 1 attack if something is fronting it, so we can use a Buff Shroom to make that not happen. Or of course we can use our Barrier Blasts or Banana Bombs to open up the lane in front of this to make this hit face again. We're using Wallberry again. Using Sting Bean, which is actually a pretty nice card because it does 1 damage to face with Bullseye. Again, I explained already, Bullseye is very, very nice in an aggro deck because it makes your other minions hit face more often and also piles up the damage over time because you're usually not going to have an answer to this unless you have an amphibious minion themselves as well, and only 2 classes on each side, only 2 classes on each side have amphibious. So for the Synthesizer right here, a plant gets +2 health, already explained. In the Walnut deck, why this is a very nice card. Keeps your minions alive, makes good trades. Chromag is right here is pretty nice as well because if you evolve it on anything, then your plants here and next door get 2 attack, means saying that you can swarm the board with mushrooms and just evolve this and gain a lot of attack on a lot of mushrooms. So yeah, we're gonna have Sapricot as well. Already explained the Solar Flare. So right here we're gonna have Tough Beast as our finisher. Only running 2 copies of it because it's not that great, but it actually is pretty nice as well because it's a 6 attack. Plus a lot of health. You get one health for every other plant and zombie, meaning that it synergizes with the amount of swarm you have in this deck because you're running mushrooms. So yeah, let's just get right into the game. Not going to recommend you to use it because this is not actually very effective in my opinion. But if you want to use a Spudow deck, go ahead and use it. But yeah, I advise you to invest in another hero instead. Anyways, let's go with the Spudow aggro deck.
Got it?
Alright, so we're gonna be looking for turn 1 play, looking for turn 2 plays. So this is basically every deck we have, and basically almost every single deck. We're just trying to look for turn 1, looking for turn 2. So yeah, try to look for a turn 1 play right here. Look for turn 1. Nice, that's nice. So Banana Bomb is actually pretty nice as well in case we want to remove something that's blocking the way. Very nice, just this right here. Accept your invite on Discord. You haven't verified yourself, it seems like. You need to verify yourself as a real person if you want to get accepted into the Discord. Very nice. Hopefully this moves to lane 4 right here. Nice! Very nice. Very, very nice. Like, do I even Chromag in any other lane next turn, I'm just gonna pile up the damage here and preemptively set up the Chromag. This is nice because that means our Chromagnolia right here can go on top of here or here, can buff these two minions and then also this minion if we need them to. In fact, if it is on front lane 4, we win the game instantly with the Chromagnolia. But he's probably not that dumb. He's probably gonna find something here, right? He's probably gonna put something here. No, he didn't put anything? This is lethal. We can get turn 3 lethal here, folks. This is lethal amount of damage here if he just doesn't do anything. Oh? And we win the game on turn 3, just like that. Just as easy as that. That's lethal. GG's easy with the budget aggro deck of Spudow. Easy turn 3 lethal. With the Chromagnolia and the lucky Wildberry. So that's gonna be it for the all five starter heroes. And let's move on to like the other heroes that you can unlock through using premium packs. So we're gonna be starting with Citron with Citron budget aggro, which I'm not gonna recommend. Again, I'm not really gonna recommend any Guardian budget deck because they're not really that great. Again, it's another aggro deck, I know. So it's same idea as all the other aggro decks. Get something on turn 1, get something on turn 2, do more damage to opponents, do more damage in your opponents, and win before they do by just doing more damage, and that's how you win the game. So now we're gonna be running Mars Flytrap, which I actually didn't explain the Green Shadow deck, which is when this hurts a zombie hero, this steals a section from a super blot meter, meaning this is like kind of pseudo bullseye, but it, you know, because when it hits your opponent's face, then you get one of the blot meter charges out of the way to you. So this is basically like why we want to use a bullseye minion, because it makes your other minions hit face more often, so it's a pretty good aggro card. And a primal pea shooter is actually pretty nice because it just opens up a lane, controls, or just goes face, and your opponent doesn't want to front this, because if they front it, then it bounces the zombie that fronted it. Shellery again, very nice, just pile up the 2 attack with the team up right here. This thing being already explained, running Pair Pal, so stack up some damage in the water, which is actually pretty nice. So it's Pair Pal, if you don't know, 2 cost 2 Amphibious team up, which is actually pretty nice because you just play it in the Amphibious lane, and it gets some damage. Piss Mash Geo, I know, not the most optimal option right here, but we just have to use it. It's 2 cost 2 free, which is fine stats, you know. So Spike Sector already explained on the Walnut deck why it's a pretty good card to use. Again, using this Planter Spikeweed Sector combo, which is really nice, and you're going to open up some lanes with Spring Boom, just straight up bounces a zombie, which is really, really nice. You can also run 3 copies of this and 2 copies of Two-Nut if you want to. Oh, not Two-Nut, Peanut. If you really want to, you know, have some more control on the board, but we already have some Primal Pea Shooters, which I think that we don't need as many Spring Beans, but yeah, we got some Two-Nuts, okay, Peanuts, which is actually pretty nice because this is good stats, and has team up, so you can play it in front of your minion to protect it and add some damage if you need to. Artillery, 5 damage, which is really nice. Again, Tricorn, you can play it on the board and then just, you know, hit their opponent's face because it attacks in 3 lanes. And you can also evolve this and make this do 12 damage, which is really nice. And yeah, let's get right into the game for the Citron budget aggro deck. I'm not going to recommend this because Citron is not very good on budget. But you can use it if you really want to play Citron, maybe against your friend, if you don't have a lot of cards. And this is, in my opinion, the best Citron deck you can make if you're, you know, tight on sparks. So, again, look for something on turn 1, look for something on turn 2. I know, I'm repeating myself a lot right here, but we really just want to look for that good curve. So that's nice, 1, 2, place on turn 1, place on turn 2. Nice, nice, nice. This man has Con Man. So this is one of the issues with plant aggro decks is Quick Draw Con Man. Quick Draw Con Man is often faster than your plant, so you actually have to control them because you can't race against Quick Draw Con Man because it's faster than any other plant in the game in terms of doing damage. Since it does 2 damage bullseye every single turn. So this looks like it's gonna be Pirates. I mean, Pirates is really, really harsh. Pirates is harsh for us, but thankfully we do have a little bit of nice little 2-3 right here, so you can't just bungee this. You can bungee lane 1 though, but Con Man only has 1 health right here. So we should be able to deal with it next turn, hopefully. I don't know. There's the bungee plumber. This is still big yikes though. Pirates is really hard to deal with using a typical kind of aggro deck. So this might be the first loss of this video. That's line dancing. Wait, is that line dancer? Or is that like flame phase? I think either way this is still worth it. Because it protects the character later next turn. Still this. Ends up being a block butler, which is best case scenario. Let's go. So now we actually kill that. He didn't go for Infinity Clones on turn 1. For some reason, which is confusing to me. Very, very weird. He definitely should have went for the Infinity Clones on turn 1 because it does more damage than anything in the game. Except for Haunted Pumpkin. So yeah. We're actually looking okay now because he hasn't got a lot of things. Oh, okay. We can try to move this into the Spikeweed sector. So what this does is basically just moves into a random lane on the planet's plate here. We have a 50-50 chance of moving this into the Spikeweed sector. Or we have a 50-50 chance of this hitting our face and we lose the game. So, I mean, we can also do this on Mog in case it goes wrong. Oh, this is tough. Man, we can go for the safe play, which is the Mars Fly Trap, and then... Man, okay, this is rough. Or we could just ignore it and go Artillery. Like, we just don't care about him, just try to go for this? Honestly, this play actually might be better. Yeah, this play actually might be better. Because this actually means we actually get 5 damage to face as well. And he's not likely to actually play into lane 2 next turn because Spikeweed sector, meaning we could do this. And we actually usually block this anyways because, block meter, right? Yes! Let's go! There, that's how you play PvZ Heroes. Going for the good play right there. Blocking that damage is huge for us, man. Huge. So we actually want to go for, like, you in lane 2. I mean, this in here and then this in here. Ooh, okay, so now that's kind of rough. So, what is he gonna do here? Okay. We can go for, like, you. Protect. You protect. Okay. This is rough. Pirates. Pirates always rough. Protect this here. Okay. Let's see. Let's go! He actually didn't have anything. Tricorn might just win the game next turn right here, folks. The reason why I want to actually have this right here in lane 1 is because it steals Block Meter. So yeah. Play Tricorn here. You just win the game, actually. Grave Robber, that's fine. Doesn't do anything. Instead, okay. Let's go for this. Yeah. Go for this. Let's go. Alright. We might actually win against Pirates, which is actually a really impressive thing for a budget deck. Yeah, Smoke Bomb doesn't do anything here. Smoke Bomb just means that his Infinity Clone goes to... kills my Pistachio, which is irrelevant. It's nice. Nope, he didn't get Brute Strength. If he had Brute Strength, he could have won the game, but he didn't get it. So it probably is Encrypt or Deadly. Gondola! We win the game! We win! We just mocked this, we win. That's GG's, man. That's GG's. That's guaranteed lethal, I'm pretty sure. Gotta be guaranteed lethal. We win against Pirates. Oh my gosh. We win! He didn't use the Brute Strength for some reason! The awful misplay from our opponent just costed him the game. For some weird reason, he didn't go for the Brute Strength last turn, which was probably his last chance of winning the game. Man! And we actually win. Off that horrible misplay, bro. Damn. Let's go. Time to go to Grass Knuckles, which is another hero that I won't rarely recommend because it's really bad on budget. But this is going to be the budget Grass Knuckles deck, which is actually pretty bad. So we're going to be running Bonk Choice again. We're doing explain. Basically the same things. Using the Spike Resector with the Planetary combos, Sky Shooters, and Whip Vine. Plant Food this time to open up a lane. Grow Shroom is actually to be used here because it serves as a thing that, you know, makes a good trade for your other plants and protects them because it gives them strength and health. Sweet Pea again just to manipulate lanes, and the Sweet Pea is actually pretty nice here because it can use Sweet Pea in a Spike sector and pull it in. So I call this like a budget tempo deck right here. But you basically play the same as the aggro deck as well. You just get turn 1, get turn 2, get turn 3. Same idea again. But yeah, running half banana because of the lack of 1-drop there. I actually have two Grass Knuckles that are cheap, so we're just gonna have to use half banana even though it has no synergy for the deck. So yeah, definitely prefer to get our Bonk Choice instead of our half bananas. So yeah, let's just get right into the Grass Knuckles games right here. If you want to invest in Grass Knuckles, probably don't want to actually invest in Grass Knuckles, but anyways, yeah. If you want to invest in like Grass Knuckles, like it's just like Ladder Freeans, which is like completely different thing. There's a separate video for this deck specifically, which I'll probably link in the description as well. But yeah, if you want to use Grass Knuckles in the long run, use Ladder Freeant. But regardless, we're going to be using the budget tempo deck for Grass Knuckles. Alright. So far, we actually have not lost yet, which is, you know, very relieving. So, we have turn 1, we have turn 2, looks like we're turn 3, that's not turn 3, look for turn 3, not turn 3. Is it important, is Bonk Choice good enough for us to just keep, instead of not having a turn 3 play? I think having a turn 3 play is better. Okay, damn, we didn't get anything. We did get draw cards though, which is nice. Let's just play this in turn 1, very nice. In the water, this doesn't charge our opponent's block meter, so very nice. Very, very nice. Hit base right there. It's a bullseye. Again, doesn't charge our opponent's block meter. And also, I didn't even mention this, but we can actually get this little nice little combo right here. Just the Grow Shroom plus the Sting Pea combo here. Okay, so again, same mistake as the person in the first game. Don't do backup dancers to Faith. It's not a good idea. Don't do it. It's a bad play. Again, he's just charging my block meter now, and we're actually gonna get so many, so much just value from the fact that he's just pinging our block meter right here. We actually end up getting a turn 3 play anyways on turn 2, so that's just pretty nice with the Grow Shroom right here. Beam me up with the bad trade. I don't know about that one. So we're actually gonna block right here. Let's see what we get. Grass Knuckles Sig, which I'll save. This is a lot of damage to face, which is really nice right here. So I'll probably draw cards to look for something to play here. Try to look for something to play. Two-Nut is fine. Yeah, Two-Nut is fine, so let's do this. And just chickening. Only ends up preventing 2 damage here. So that's fine. We're still doing the same amount of damage as last turn, and he's still picking them all on me right here by a lot. He can have Flamenco, that's true, but I think we're fine right here still. We have 15 health. We're sitting in a healthy amount of health. Yo, thank you for the follow. MLT Purpose. If I pronounced that name correctly. Which I probably didn't. So I think we just rumble here and try to spread out the pressure. So the rumble is to open up lanes, do some damage to face, do this here, do this. Oh no, do this. Yeah, we want to do Sting Bean here because this makes us have lethal amount of damage to face. Because of the bullseye. Because 1 plus 3 equals 4. That's fine. We blocked. Yeah, time to shine. Which I think is worth using right here. Yeah, it's worth using. 1 damage. So now this forces him to get summoning or he loses the game. Which is a 1 in 3, because summoning is a 1 in 3. Because his other powers are Eureka and draw cards. And we win the game just like that. Easy. Let's go. Easy win again. Off our opponent's horrible backup Lancers. Again, because he did backup Lancers, we just got our Brass Knuckle Signature power. We got our Time to Shine. Like, just look at how bad it went for him because he did those backup Lancers. This allowed us to get so many more, like, powers from our block meter. Let's move on to Nightcap, which actually has a pretty nice little, budget deck. It's actually going to be a budget Psycho Cap. So the idea of a Psycho Cap deck is that you use Astro Shroom and Planet of the Grapes. So what happens when you play Astro Shroom and Planet of the Grapes? Planet of the Grapes, first of all, it draws a card whenever a plant here hurts the zombie hero. So what Astro Shroom does is that it does 1 damage to a zombie hero every time you play a plant. And if you play this inside of the Planet of the Grapes, you actually just get so many... You just actually draw through your deck every time you play a card. Because every time you play a card, this does damage to your opponent's to the zombie hero, and this gives a card every time you hit the zombie hero, meaning you're actually just gonna get such a, you know, nice little cycle of cards back into your hand and keep playing cards a lot, and just do so much damage with Astro Shroom, and it piles up over time and just win the game. Otherwise, if you don't get this combo, then you can always just win with the Cro-Magnolia and the Buff Shroom aggro aspect of this deck, which I already explained of how you do the Buff Shroom kind of aggro-y kind of aspect. We're also running Rescue Radish, which is actually an interesting addition to this deck. Rescue Radish, so what it does is bounces another plant from the board, and you can actually use this pretty well with like Shroom for 2 because you can bounce this Shroom for 2 back into your hand, play it again, you know, you get 2 minions again, which is really nice. You can also bounce Buff Shroom, you can also bounce like the free Puff Shroom, so you can replay for free again, which is where we get value. So that's going to be overall it, and also you can just play this on an empty board if you want to, and yeah. So I suggest that this is a pretty good pick if you do want to invest in the long run. This is a good deck to invest in for building a good deck in the long run. And you can build up towards the max version of Psycho Cap, which is actually Cyburn. And you can just make this version of the deck and build your way towards it. So we're actually also going to be running in the max version. We're also going to be running Admiral Navy Bean. What Admiral Navy Bean does is that he hits face for 2 damage every time you play a bean, meaning this also worked in the Planet of the Grapes, because every time you play a bean, it does damage to your opponent's face, and if you play in the Planet of the Grapes, then every time you play a bean, you draw a card, and you can get more beans and do more damage. So that's the idea of like cycle. And the max version also has Velociraptor Radish Hunter, which is also very, very powerful because it grows every single time. Grows an attack every single time you draw a card, which means it synergizes with the Planet of Grapes really well, because then every time you play a plant and you have this on the board, then you're just going to get so much attack in the board and just build up so much pressure with the Velociraptor Radish Hunter. Building Jelly Bean, because Jelly Bean is really nice. I'll have a whole separate video on how to use Cyburn. And I'll link it in the description below for learning how to play it, and I'll explain the deck more thoroughly in that video. But that's the basic idea of Psycho Cap and the Psycho Cap combo, which is basically doing damage to your opponent's face with a plant after playing a plant inside Planet of the Grapes, because of the fact that Planet of the Grapes draws you a card, meaning you can play more of those plants. So let's get into the game with budget Psycho Cap. Let's get into it against Super Brains, which is actually a pretty good very good matchup again. Because Super Brains does not have counter to Astro Shroom, which is very good. Now so usually I was gonna explain that usually you want to just try to hard mulligan for your Astro Shroom Planet of the Grapes combo, instead for going for a turn 1 play, turn 2 play, turn 3 play. In this deck, you actually just want to stall and wait until you get your Planet of the Grapes and Astro Shroom combo if possible, but it looks like we already have it in our starting hand, so it's gonna try to look for more combo tools right here. So we don't need 2 Planet of the Grapes, so that's nice. Just go for this right here. So you don't want to play on turn 1 actually with this deck, because you want to save it for your little combo. If they go aggro, then you have to play defense, because you don't want to take 40 damage to your face every single time. So you want to play some defense, light defense if needed, and basically just stalling your way until turn 3, and then you play a Planet of the Grapes, and you can just play your Astro Shroom and dominate your opponent. And yeah. Celery is pretty nice. So, I think we do need to kill this here, though. Yeah, we do need to kill this. So I'm gonna do this. Rain. Straight up kill it. If he does a smoke bomb, then we do 5 damage to his face, and we pretty much win the game if we just smoke bomb. So this forces us to be in a good position right here. And what this does is that this forces him, Super Brains, to front lane 1 right here. If he front lane 1, then he's not gonna have enough brains to play an environment, to hold and go for an environment. So this is actually a good play because by applying pressure, he's forced to front it. Unfortunately, he did not commit out all the brains, which I would like him to. Just do this here then, because it's gonna die anyways this turn. So might as well make use of it. Apply more pressure if we need to for the next turn. So you don't want to play your Planet of the Grapes unsafe. Because like you really want to make sure your Planet of the Grapes does get value. So he ends up using the Chop right here, which is fine. He just chopped the 1-cost card. He still has to front lane 1 again because it's doing 4 damage. So let's see what he does. He ends up not fronting it. What is that gonna be now? That's like line dancing zombie. Line dancing. Right? Yeah, line dancing zombie. Or it can be Pogo. But you wouldn't Pogo on this board, right? You wouldn't play Pogo on this board. So I think it's safe to just go for Planet of the Grapes here. Okay. Pogo, that's fine. Because Pogo just means that we actually just guarantee the Planet of the Grapes stays alive. So yeah. It's fine right here. It's fine. So hopefully we get a 1-cost card right here, just a combo of our Astro's Room. There you go. We're getting the money here. Hopefully we get more 1-cost cards again. In the best case scenario, we're just getting another cycle. We're just getting another Astro's Room to activate our next cycle. Unfortunately, this did not get our cheap cards here. Ah, damn. Okay, didn't get our another Astro's Room either. Kind of yucky situation right here for me. Because I don't really have anything to, support this team. Damn. Really wish I could have gotten something else here. Smoke bombs for some reason? Smoke bomb does literally nothing. I don't know what he's trying to smoke bomb for. He just does some more extra damage to my face, but not like that's gonna matter. Because we going in now. Let's get it. We got the money. We got the money into town. We got the Shrimper 2s. And Shrimper 2 is great here because it's a 1 card that gives us 2 back. So let's go. Very, very nice. And we can actually just go for the lethal with the Chromag if we need to. Let's go. Hit him in the face more. Gonna go for this to hit him in the face even more. And he just concedes. That's game over. GG's. GG Super Brains. We win the game. We win these. Let's go. And we win. So far, still undefeated. It just shows you the power of these budget decks. Rose, which is actually, in my opinion, with the best budget deck in the game, which is Budget Helmet Rose. She also has the best deck in the game, which is the Helmet Rose. And I have a whole video dedicated towards talking about how to use this deck. So yeah, highly recommend you to go check out that video. If you really want to invest into playing this deck. But this is the deck I will recommend the most if you want to go into PvZ Heroes playing a budget deck. Definitely gonna need to try Budget Helmet Rose because this deck is absolutely fantastic. One best budget deck in the game. Definitely. Not gonna explain that much in depth right here. If you really want an in-depth explanation, I will link the video to the full explanation of this deck, which I'm gonna actually give a more in-depth explanation. And guide to how to play this deck and in the actual video that I have posted in my YouTube channel before, so you guys can go check that out instead. So let's just get right into the games, and not gonna explain this right now. If you want to, oh wait, never mind, I didn't even show the max version of this deck, which is this deck, which is currently the best deck in the game as of recording, which is right now it's 27th of May 2022. yeah, this is the best deck of the game right now in the PvZ Heroes. So yeah, this is the budget version of it. So let's get into it. Again, if you want to look at the full guide and full analysis and full in-depth explanation of how to play that deck and why the cards are like that, then go check out that the video I will have linked in the description below. And either way, let's just get right into the games. Alright, so this deck, we're not actually going to be looking for turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. We're just going to try to look for a little nice control right here and stall into turn 4. This is a nice hand. Our opponent is sleeping or something. Alright, he passed. You also pass. Alright, very nice. Let's go. Several apple saucers here. Man, this man a long time to think about these plays. So rats, right? Yeah, rats. Rats, gotta be rats. Teleportation's off me, okay. We can go to buy that, I suppose. This guy is at rank 70 as TPZ? Damn. Man's, you know, I don't know. Man's a, okay, alright, see you later. There you go, just godify that real quick. Just kill it in on the spot to godify, which transforms the card into a 1/1 goat. Super powerful ability. Zombats is spawn. Alright, let's teleport in right there. Probably trying to teleport in like, oh, that was a whole curveball right there. Not sure. He's playing Leprechaun in? That's interesting. Let's do this. Let's bounce this. Wait, actually I should have bounced the apple saucer. Oops. I should definitely bounce the apple saucer. Misplaced for me. Just from a block card there, right? Yeah. Should definitely bounce the apple saucer. Is my mic okay? I am not sure what you mean by that. Sure, I'll do this here. Should have possibly did this and then do this, but I think we're fine anyways. He has 6 brains here. What is he trying to do? Maniacal laugh. Damn. Gentleman maniacal. The Igma combo? We could have actually prevented that by doing our little things right here. We're still fine. Because double Kernel Pull takes us out next turn. And we can also block it. If we're skilled enough. Not skilled enough, obviously. Not gonna do this. It's not point 2 because we just do these two anyways. Let's see. Alright, yeah, okay, you're gone. This is lethal right here. 6 damage to his face. Yeah. Area 22 ain't gonna do anything. And alien news! Damn, okay. That's clutch for him. That's clutch. Definitely clutch. He rolled a free as well. Man, now this is gonna be a little bit rough for us. He gets to roll that free. That free roll kind of low, but spicy, huh? Ooh, maniacal laugh might also win if I just. Ooh. Okay. It's a whole curveball here. I'm gonna predict maniacal laugh. Go for rescue radish here. And then nerf the cheese cutter. Hopefully we get a California roll here. Polymaniacal. Teleport. Ooh, teleport cheese cutter maniacal app wins the game. Mechasaurus. Okay. Oh wait, no, we didn't proc block. Okay, now we're in really bad shape because we didn't proc block right there. Yeah, because this Mechasaurus is gonna spawn in some more minions now. Can we block and Mog? No! Now we're in rough shape right here. Because of this little Mechasaurus. If we just proc block, this would have been an easy win in lane 1 with the Ice Spore. But because we didn't block, now we're in trouble. Now we're actually in trouble because we just didn't block there. I mean, he didn't block there, so now we're in trouble. Man. That's rough. Rough as heck. We always live here because we have Freeze or Mog. Unless he gets Tennis Champ. Yeah, unless he gets Tennis Champ or Mini Ninja, we always live. That doesn't do anything. Huh? Uh-oh, please don't get... Okay. If this is Mini Ninja or Tennis Champ... Oh, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Alright, we're fine. Oh, that's actually one of the best case scenarios. Because now we have another chance to block. Yeah, now we have another chance to block. Actually, one of the best case scenarios right there. Very, very nice. Alright. It's gotta just be like this. It's gotta be like this. There's no other play. No other plays. Can't do anything else. And this doesn't matter at all, right? I don't know, like... Why would this... No, this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Acid Rain. No, we lose the game. That's gonna be it. First loss of this video with the best budget deck as well, man. Rough. Very, very rough. Oh, wait. Nah, okay, we lost. Oh, actually, we could have lived there as well. With... that actually rolled a... No, if we didn't block the goat, we actually could have lived there with the freeze. Damn. Damn, that's rough. We're just one away from victory right there. This deck did really, really well in the budget deck video, though. In its own video. We did lose with this deck, but... I mean... sometimes decks just lose, man. Last hero right here is actually going to be Captain Combustible. So we're going to be looking at budget combos. So what is combos? The idea of combos is using repeat moss as Captain Combustible and then using your superpowers and buff that repeat moss up and make it do a burst amount of damage really, really quickly and a lot of damage using your Captain Combustible Sig, using your Embiggen, your time to shine meteor strikes, or just using your tempo to win the game. We're actually running Banana Launcher in this deck to get more Banana Bombs than we can run, because we prefer to actually have a lot of Banana Bombs to help us use with the repeat moss, because it opens up lanes, it helps us control, helps us stall, and also helps us give more tricks to repeat moss. So, make misconceptions, do not run things like Fertilizer with repeat moss, because that does not do anything, it's way too slow. You want to just get your Captain Combustible superpowers to combo with repeat moss, that's it. Otherwise, this deck is just a standard little tempo deck. You have your Mushroom synergy right here. Even the Grow Shroom is actually Mushroom. And you have Fire Pea Shooter, Whipline to open up lanes. Bonk Choy just to control a little bit or stall, or just go face if you need to go aggro. Against slow heroes, but that's gonna be it. Let's get right into the budget combos game. Actually, not yet, because actually we have the optimized version of the combos, such as the maxed out version with Black Eyed Pea, with Blooming Heart Click Peas. I have a whole video on the combos deck itself. So I have a video, separate video for this deck itself, and also this deck itself, the budget combos. So I'll link those in the description as well. And let's get right into the last game of this video, showing off the budget combos deck. With Captain Combustible, definitely recommend you to use it because it's actually very effective, and it worked really, really well when I played it in the separate video. So yeah, let's go. Against HG, Banana Launcher is pretty nice because he doesn't have an answer to that. Let's see if we get repeat moss here. Don't need 2 Banana Launchers. Got something to turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Not really sure if this is really a thing we need, though. Could really use buff room here. Okay, I think we're still fine. Just try to mulligan into our repeat mods there. Or buff room. But we can just pass right here. And play our banana launcher next turn. If he has HG Sig, we will lose the game because it's HG. Not really anything I can do against HG Sig. HG Sig on turn 1? That's rough, man. So HG Sig on turn 1 is very, very rough. Makes everything cost less. Conscious environment. Just really hard to contend with right here. Probably teleportation. Could do you. Front. Not front. Gentleman. Fine, that's fine. Beam me ups. Beam me up, beam me up, beam me up. Fun dead. That's fine. That's fine. He didn't have anything except for playing a 2-2 on turn 2. That's just rough, man. Only playing a 2-2 on turn 2 after doing HG Sig. How freaking sad. Indeed. Buried treasure. Swabby. Okay, so thing again. One attack. We just want to let the hair face get our powers. So yeah. Dunno. No. Gotta kill this. Yeah, I gotta kill this. You. Skull face. Yeah, I don't want him to go for like a nebula or something like that. That's whatever. That's just one card for one card. It's whatever. More banana bombs. Still don't have repeat mods in sight, which is worrying. Alright, so gonna buff the banana launcher. Yep. Still gonna protect it. And the early Crow Yeti. Okay. Rough. Definitely rough. I can spend 3 banana bombs to kill that though. Which is nice. Thankfully I used the puff stream to protect it. Okay. Man, still waiting for repeat moss here. No repeat moss in sight still. Damn. Hankylosaurus. More swabbies. I think we have to just kill Tank here. There we go. Kill that. Let's do this. We kill that with a puff shroom next. I mean, not a puff shroom. Banana bomb next turn. If he doesn't do lurch for lunch. Nice. Okay, so now we can banana bomb that Ryo Yeti out of the way. You actually get a power here as well. See? Time to shine. If we top that repeat moth, we basically win the game. Nope, because still no repeat moth in sight. So we keep stalling with banana launcher here. Unless it's a mug. Not mug. Okay, no mug. Let's do you. Do you. Teleportation zombie. That's rough, as always. To deal with. Faking cap. That's fine. Faking cap is fine, honestly. Faking cap is just slow, which lets us do our thing here. Okay, so teleportation zombie staying up the whole game, which is like expected, because we're not gonna have anything to kill it anyways. We don't have Berry Blast in hand. Okay, still waiting for repeat moss right here. There you have it. There's the repeat moss that we were waiting for. Waiting for the whole time. We actually have just enough for a repeat moss combo here. We win the game. We win the damn game. That's game over. That's GG. That's GG, right? That's GG. Okay, so Captain Combustible Sig here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Please proc. Damn, okay, we can just still do this time to shine. Oh no, this does after. No. The second attack from the repeat moss happens afterwards, right? Happens afterwards. So we win. No, we should win right here. Oh, okay, so he just managed to survive that. Damn, okay. He just managed to survive that. But we do have this massive board he has to deal with here. Does he have enough cards? Does he have like the 4 cards? Yeah, he has a superpower and 3 cards he drew from his deck. He played like a bunch of Swabbies. Bunded Razor, okay. Looking for answers. Looking for answers. If he doesn't kill repeat monsters, we win the game basically because we have a banana bomb. We're gonna get a banana bomb basically guaranteed right here. And this is like toxic in lane 4, which could be really, really bad for us. Blob. Wait, no, that doesn't win. That doesn't win. No, we win. No, we win. Okay. Wait, he Spudow. Why did he just not block the lane? Why did he not just like... Why did he not just block a banana launcher with the blob? Okay. Alright, he completely threw, but we still won, basically. He threw the game. We won the game. So that's all that matters. That's gonna be it for the Budget Decks 2022 updated version of the Budget Decks for 2022 for plants. Next time I'm gonna be taking zombies. And also to be doing a video for what to scrap and what to craft and what to keep and for both sides in the future, and talking about like the event cards you want to keep and how to buy packs in the future as well when we talk about that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys.